Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Danielle's virtual Healthy in a Hurry party. At any point tonight that you've got questions, just jump in. Just pretend it's a regular Pamper Chef party, really low-key, laid back. Jump in, make comments, ask questions. I do suggest grabbing a piece of paper and kind of keeping track of anything you see that catches your eye, so that if you want to look up more details about it, you can click on Danielle's link when you're done and check out all the details about those products. And if you happen to shop on that link, Danielle's going to get credit, woohoo, toward her party. When you place your order will be processed right when you place it, and you should get it in about a week. Usually it's less than a week, but since it's Thanksgiving and FedEx on that day, it might be just about a week. So plenty of time for not only Christmas, but all the baking that you might be doing before that time. All right, so I'm gonna start with Danielle's pick. She wanted to see the veggie spiralizer. Anybody interested in that besides Danielle? Who's kind of curious about how that works?
I think it's pretty cool. It's cool.
I'm grabbing it. It's back here. Ah! So this is the veggie spiralizer. When you get it, there's one blade that is always intact. That's this one. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a blade right at the bottom here, and that's called the ribbon blade. So when you're using the ribbon blade, just as is, you just twirl, and it makes sort of just a ribbon out of it. So you could do that with curly fries, or make a little coil out of your zucchini or your cucumber, or an apple for snacks for the kids, what have you. And then on here is the one attachment that comes with it. And on one side, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it looks like a fine-tooth comb, and they call that the angel hair blade. And then this side looks like a wide-tooth comb, and they call this the fettuccine blade. And that's what I'm gonna show you now. So I'm gonna show you how to put the blade in. I'm gonna use it on a raw sweet potato. I love to demo it on sweet potato because it's so dense. If it can go through a raw sweet potato, it can pretty much go through anything. I am gonna change the camera angle so you guys can see right up close what's happening here. And this is when I wish that I had a manicure, but I don't. So when you get it, a ribbon blade that is always intact. This is the thing that stored the blades, but it's also the blade guide. So you click that on when you put this blade in, because it's going to make sure that when you put the blade in there, it goes in perfectly straight. And then it's just a righty-tighty, lefty-loosey thing. And it doesn't have to be super tight. It just needs to kind of hold it in place. All right. So then you take this off, and now it's ready to go. So I'm just going to take my sweet potato here. I'm going to use my forged cutlery. Ooh, brand new, full tang. That means the metal goes all the way to the butt of the handle. Lifetime guaranteed. Yeah, super sharp knives. They're sharp out of the box. They stay sharp for like a good long time. So this is a raw sweet potato, and it goes right through it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the sweet potato. Oh, I love how you can see this so up close. And just put it in there. Notice how I took a little bit off the ends of the sweet potato, because when you put it in here, you want two flat sides. One flat side so it can go against the blade, and the other flat side so the little pokey things at the top have something to kind of grip onto. And then you just press gently while you turn. Oh, I should turn it this way so you can see. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? So how many of you like butternut squash, onions, zucchini? You try to eat healthy.
Zucchini.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Put 2 or 3 zucchini in here, and you can cook it up on the stove or in your, I just put it in my rock crock in the microwave oven for about 6 to 8 minutes, and voila, I have spaghetti. It'll twirl on your fork like pasta. With a sweet potato, you can throw this in a frying pan or put it in an oven-safe dish and roast it up. I love to put an onion through here, and then some butternut squash and maybe a pepper, and throw it all onto a baking stone and put it in my oven, and it cooks up, it roasts up in about 8 minutes. Look at that. Super, super easy. There's always a little bit left over in there, and that is so that we don't grind up the little thing at the bottom here that holds the food in place. Okay, so you can just toss that or feed it to the birds or what have you. So that is the spiralizer. What would you guys do with this thing if you owned it? Like, what would you be spiralizing at home? Oh, I just turned off my camera by mistake. I meant to switch the.
There you go. You're back on.
There we go. Switch camera. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, so what would you do if you owned one of these? What else would you spiralize with it?
Onions?
Onions, absolutely.
I bet it would be.
Quick and
That
easy.
would be great.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that one.
Will it be apple?
Yeah, it'll do apples. It'll make like a little slinky of an apple. Yeah, and great for snacks, or then you can just cut it right in half, and it's good for apple crisp, apple pie, stuff like that. Yeah, so that is a spiralizer. I'm gonna go throw this in my sink, and we'll go on to the next thing. I do want to tell you guys about my rock crock. Are you guys familiar with the rock crock?
No,
Oh, goodness. Danielle, do you know about it?
not really.
Oh, that makes my heart sing. I get to tell you guys about the rock crock. This is what's called the iPhone 10 of the Pampered Chef world, the iPhone 10 of the kitchen. You might think to yourself, oh, I got something that looks kind of like that, but if you don't have this, it might as well be a flip phone. This is the most versatile footwear piece.
A what?
I call it the iPhone 10. If you have something you think looks like this, it's a flip phone in comparison. Because this
Gotcha.
is exclusive to Pampered Chef. It has this special ceramic finish that nobody else has. It took Pampered Chef 4 years to create it. It is heat safe up to 752 degrees. Now you might be thinking to yourself, I've never had a recipe that said preheat oven to 752 degrees. However, because this is heat safe to such high temperatures, it's microwave safe, it is oven safe, it is broiler safe. However, the lid is not broiler safe. It is refrigerator, freezer, dishwasher safe. It is grill safe. It goes everywhere. And have any of you have like that cast iron Le Creuset piece or familiar with it? Who has it?
No.
Yeah.
But you're familiar with it? This is way like half the weight of that. The cast iron is so heavy. I can barely lift it when it's full, when it's empty, never mind full of food. So this is much easier to use. We have a few different sizes of these. This is also about not just half the weight of the Le Creuset, but about half the price of it as well. And this does more than the cast iron. The cast iron can't go in your dishwasher and can't go in your microwave. So the first time I used this, I started it off on the stovetop. I cranked the heat up to high. I was making French onion soup, a recipe that actually came with it. So I caramelized the onion, made the soup, and then put the bread and the cheese on. And then I took this whole thing off the stove and I put it under the broiler until the cheese was perfectly golden brown. And then I put this on the table. I served out of it. It looks beautiful. I also call this the little black dress of the kitchen because you can put it on with flip-flops and take it outside in the summertime filled with beans and dogs, or you put it, get all dressed up and put it on the table at Thanksgiving. I dressed up as a witch as Halloween and handed out candy out of this. I thought it looked like a cauldron. So it's good for all kinds of things. Now the next day, so I just put the cover on and put this in the refrigerator overnight with the leftovers in it, and then I popped the whole thing in the microwave to reheat it the next day, served out of it again, and threw it in the dishwasher. But if you are hand cleaning, this thing is slick. Mine's about 3 years old. Doesn't it look brand new? And I use this probably 3 to 4 times a week. Now, I can do soups and stews on the stovetop. There's a whole series of microwavable recipes, fajitas, and things like that I can do right in the microwave. A loaded baked potato chowder that I can do in there. My zucchini linguine, when I spiralize the zucchini, I can throw it in here for about 6 minutes on high and cook it in the microwave with no oil, no water. And how many of you love your slow cooker?
Me.
Yeah. So guess what?
All the time.
Yeah. So they made a stand, a slow cooker stand for this. Can you guys see this? Oh. So now, when I am doing meats that need to be seared, I can sear it on the stove top first, fill it all up, and then just pick this up and put it into the slow cooker stand, set it for the day, and leave. I come home, my dinner's ready, I serve out of it, I put the lid on, and I throw it in the refrigerator overnight. I pop it into the microwave the next day to reheat the leftovers, serve out of it again, and then throw it all in.
Conference call.
Oh, someone's got a phone call. Okay, so there are multiple sizes of this. There are two that fit into the slow cooker stand. This is the 4-quart Dutch oven, and the 2.5-quart every day fit into the slow cooker stand. The rest go everywhere but the slow cooker. Again, all of the rock crocs go into the microwave, stovetop, oven, griller, dishwasher. Just looking to throw that out there. Okay. All right. So that's the rock crock. All right. Now I want to show you a couple. Any of you own the food chopper from Pampered Chef?
Me.
I do.
Ah, so
I do.
Me.
anybody who doesn't own it? Oh, you guys.
I think we all own it.
Okay, then I don't need to demo that because you've seen it. But just in case there's someone's watching who hasn't seen it, I guess I will show it quickly. So switch camera. Okay, so I'm going to take some of our spiralized sweet potato, and I'm just going to shove it under the food chopper. This is that 15 inches of stainless steel cutting surface that turn themselves a quarter turn every time you touch. Yeah, press on it. Boom, 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 boom. I love it for nuts because they're not flying all over the counter. I love it for onions because I'm not frying. It is very easy to clean. You just take this off. You can swish it around in hot soapy water or throw all the pieces just like this into the dishwasher. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the food chopper. What do you guys use your food chopper for?
Onions.
Almonds, did you say?
Onions.
I'm sorry.
Did you say onions?
Oh, onions.
I-
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because to cut up onions and make sure they're small enough. So like chicken salad or whatever.
Right. Yeah, you can make them so fine that the kids can't even find them in whatever you're eating.
Right. So mostly that's what I use it for is onions and like celery or whatever.
Yeah.
Make
And
that work.
around the holidays, I'll use it for candy canes, and so I can sprinkle them on top of cookies and cakes and things like that. Now, when I'm trying to eat healthy, I either am going to spiralize something, I'm going to chop it, or I'm going to slice it when it comes to these vegetables. This is the simple slicer from Pampered Chef. Right now, it's in the locked position, so check this out. Ow! Just kidding. Didn't hurt myself. Locked position. But I can go click 1, 2, or 3, depending on how thick or thin I want the slice. This is not a spare piece. It's essential. You see how this is shaped? And it goes right on here. When it's in place, it actually stays right in like this. That's the way you want it to fit when you're using it. I'm just going to take our potato, stick it in here. And now I'm going to click it to number 3. I'll show you the thickest slice first. Oh, man. Wait a minute. I'm going to do the first slice without that so I can get a nice, there we go. So that's the thickest slice. I needed a flatter surface. Okay, now I'm putting it on number 2. So the thickest slice is a 1/4 inch thick. And then the number 2 slice is half that. So is that like 1/8 of an inch? So that would be like this. And then you can also put it on number 1, which is like this. If you gave me all day with a really sharp knife and a ruler, I couldn't do that. And they certainly wouldn't be all nice and uniform like this. So if you're doing stir fry, if you're doing pizza toppings, if you're doing salad, if you're doing toppings for your burgers, or if you're making au gratin potatoes, this is amazing. Love, love, love it. Everything slices evenly, so everything cooks evenly.
Do they not have the one with the multiple blades anymore?
The mandolin?
No, they still have that, but sometimes people find that they don't use all the different blades. And so,
Gotcha.
so they want something a little simpler and lightweight and nothing that have to switch any blades out of. So they have this.
Speaking of the mandolin, can you order just the slicer part? Because I almost took my fingers off because I lost my slicer part, the thing that holds it, the potato or whatever.
I'm glad you
The
asked.
guard.
Depending on
guard.
depending on what design you have, because we've had a few designs over the years. Yes, there should be still parts available. When you click on Danielle's link shop, you can type in food guard, and you'll see whatever's available will pop up, and you'll see if it looks like the one that will fit yours.
Okay.
And if you order something in the within 30 days of receiving it, if you say, oh, this isn't what I wanted, you can return it without having to pay to send it back, because we will send you a prepaid postage label. So if you get the guard that you think fits yours, and when you get it, you're thinking, uh-oh, no, this doesn't fit mine, it can be
Excuse me.
or swap it out. Okay. Then this is the veggie maker. It has a notch in it, so you can stick it right over a bowl or a skillet. No guard needed for this because there's no metal in here. But this is what it does. And it works frontwards and backwards. See what that did? Ta-da. So you can make sweet potato hash browns, or you can use this for your zucchini or your potatoes or your carrots, or of course cheese. But I try to make healthy potatoes with this. Of course, then when you put it on a frying pan with oil, it's not so healthy, but it is delicious. It's quick, it's easy, it's cheap too, because potatoes are cheap. So that's all the great products I got to show you with nothing but a potato. So I am going to make a little bit of homemade pesto. So this is our manual food processor. It's got a blade right in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there we go. It's got 3 blades in it. Yep. And I just washed my basil and stuck it in there ahead of time. And I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil. And now I need some garlic. I could just throw my garlic in there, but then I couldn't show you my garlic tools. I absolutely love garlic. Do you guys have our garlic press?
Yep.
Yeah, who's got it?
I do.
Okay, all right. So what's the best part about our garlic press?
No hard cleanup.
Yeah, you don't have to peel it, and it's easy to clean. So you just take it, and you go squish, and you go scrape, and then I just fling it right into the trash like this, and it doesn't waste any garlic at all. Ta-da!
Love it.
Yay. Sometimes, however, we want the garlic whole. Like I could just throw a whole hunk of garlic in here because I'm gonna be pulverizing it in the food processor. So then we have this garlic peeler. So you put the garlic in there, you roll it back and forth, and see, it comes out peeled.
Huh.
Yeah, that's when they usually go cool, right? We'll do that again. So here it is. That's it with the peel. So stick it in here, and ta-da. So there's the peel. It sticks in there. All right, so I'm going to take this, and now there's the garlic slicer. Again, I could just throw this in whole, but then I couldn't show you this cool thing. It's like a pencil sharpener for garlic. You could also use it for Parmesan cheese if you want shavings, or chocolate, or almonds, anything like that.
Got me with chocolate.
Yeah, huh? All right, can you guys see this? I don't know if can you see that? Like just, look at that. Every piece perfectly uniform, and it's like wafer thin. So there's all that garlic in there. Isn't that amazing? So sometimes people say to me, well, if I have the garlic press, what do I need the garlic slicer and peeler for? Well, sometimes you want it sliced, or you want it peeled. If you're baking something, you don't want the crushed garlic just to cook off and burn. So if you're doing something that's going in the oven, that's when you want to use the garlic sliced or whole. So I've got some olive oil in there, and some garlic. and you just, it's like the food chopper. You just go until it's, you know, the way you want it to be. It's wonderful for herbs because it doesn't mar the leaves. It's beautiful. Oh, you guys should smell this. Woo, love it. Okay, so I'll add a little sea salt to that and a little more oil. I didn't quite put enough in, but I won't bore you with that right now. Okay, all right, and then you wanted to see, Danielle, our microwave egg cooker. Is this the one you wanted to see?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. The other one.
Oh, okay. You wanted to see this one. Okay, so this one,
Yep.
all right, this is the ceramic egg cooker. This one, I don't do over easy eggs in. I do the over easy in the microwave in this one. So this one you can do scrambled, you can do over easy. And it comes with instructions. You just crack the egg, you put a tiny little into the yolk, cover it with a napkin, and it's about 38 seconds in the microwave. You have to babysit and test out your first couple eggs because everybody's microwave is different. For this one, you can do scrambled, you can do soft-boiled or hard-boiled, you can do oatmeal, you can do little lava cakes or little muffins and things like that. So you just crack the egg, and you put whatever you want in it. You can put your veggies in there. Sorry, I have to like get rid of this so I don't cause salmonella here. You can milk in it, you can shake it up, you can add cheese or whatever else, or vegetables that you want in here. If you're just doing the plain old egg, you close it like this. See, it's got this little rim, so it has a nice, this is a silicone rim, and you put it on here and you cover it and you just shake. Now, I haven't put anything in here. It's just an egg. And then I've never done just one egg with nothing in it, but let's see what happens. Okay. Let me switch the camera angle. Okay. If you guys are, while we're waiting on the egg, if you're looking for healthy snacking, this is our microwave popcorn popper. So you just take.
Hey, Mom, you like that?
Yeah.
Mm.
This is amazing. If you go to the store to buy microwave popcorn and look at the ingredients, it's a mile long and most of it you can't pronounce. If you buy a bag of popcorn and look at the ingredients, they'll say popcorn. Okay.
Right.
Pop this open. This is the lid. You take this little scoop out and you fill it up with popcorn and you dump it in there. So it's the perfect amount. It's 100 calories worth of popcorn. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this has little holes in the bottom of it. So if you want to put butter in here, you can. Or you can pour oil in your popcorn popper, or you can just put it in dry. Now, when you put it in the microwave, you want to put it in slightly off center. If you put it right in the middle, it'll turn right in the middle. And if you've got oil or butter in it, it can get hot right in the center. So you just, if you're OCD, this might bother you. Move it over about an inch. When it goes around the popcorn, when it goes around the microwave, it's going more like this, okay? Start it at 4 minutes. It's not going to take 4 minutes. It might take 2.5. It might take 3. It might take 3.5. It might take, because it depends on your microwave. Don't use the popcorn button. Just put it on high for 4 minutes and babysit the first batch. When the popping starts to slow down, stop it. So in my microwave, it's like 3 minutes. Then when it comes out, you take the lid off, and guess what? You can just eat right out of this, throw it in the dishwasher, and then you can collapse it when you're done. And then we have a family size one that's twice this size. So that's that. Okay, I put that egg in for a minute. I hope that wasn't too much. Let me see how that's looking over here. All right. Got to get a little dish so we can see how this came out. All right, so let me just switch the camera angle here.
Hey, Luigi, no.
Oh, not bad. So there you go. There's your scrambled egg. Nice and fluffy and light. It's round so that like if you want to do an egg McMuffin or whatever, you can do that. You can add in your ham, your cheese, celery, whatever that you want to put in there. Ta-da! That's just one egg. But I do find, let me just pop that over there. It's nice and light and fluffy, and it doesn't cook up like you stuck it in a cup. I don't know what it does with that, why that lid makes such a difference, but it seems to cook up a lot better. So are you guys interested in a couple of minutes of seeing some of our baking items that are great for the holidays, or our wine bottle opener if you're thinking about that as a holiday gift? What do you, anything else that you're dying to see?
I like the baking stuff.
Baking stuff. Okay, so here's a few newer baking items from Pampered Chef. It's got a vintage look, but brand new technology. Vintage look, brand new technology. This is our mini bundt pan. We also have one that does pies. You do not spray these with oil. You do not grease. You do not flour. You just put the batter right in there. And the first time I did it, I thought, I've heard that before. This is never going to come out. I flipped it over. I gave it a firm tap. Every single one just fell right out. I've used it 3 times now. It's worked perfectly every single time. Can't believe it. And the design on these, they come out looking like they've been chiseled. They're beautiful. It's great if you're making homemade gifts around the holidays. We even have little gift boxes for them, so you can make them and then put them in a little gift box with a tag for people. When it comes to decorating them, we have a little chocolate drizzler. Okay, give it to all your nurse friends. It looks like a syringe. You pull this out, you put the chocolate, put it in here, or you can put the chocolate chips right in here, stick this whole thing in the microwave, and then you can just go squish, and you drizzle it all over your cookies, your mini bundt pan, bundt cakes, whatever. It's adorable. It's only $5 a piece. It makes a great stocking stuffer, teacher gift, or what have you. I recommend 2 of them because when I'm decorating stuff, I want to put a drizzle of like milk chocolate as well as white chocolate, and then I don't have to keep washing it out in between. So that's the chocolate drizzler. We have a chocolate mold. I've never actually used this for chocolate yet, but I will soon. It's silicone, not rubber. So this is microwave safe. So you can put your chocolate right in here, pop it in the microwave to melt it, stick it in the fridge to firm it up, and then pop it right out. It actually, I don't know if you can tell, but there's 4 different designs on here. Another thing you can use it for is putting homemade butter in here if you want. For the holidays, you can make herbed butter. And you might be thinking to yourself, why in God's name would I make butter? Well, because we have a brand new, super cool whipped cream maker from Pampered Chef. I didn't think I needed it until I got it, and I am absolutely positively hooked. How many of you love fresh whipped cream?
Me.
Yeah, right? So, who's ever made fresh whipped cream?
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tried and it was hard.
yeah. What do you make it in?
In a refrigerated bowl.
Yeah, you got to take the bowl, stick it in the freezer, get it nice and cold. What do you have to start the beaters on? What speed?
Like
I
super.
have a KitchenAid, and it's perfect for it.
Okay, so yeah, but you got to take the KitchenAid out, or maybe yours lives on your counter. Mine doesn't fit under my counter, so I have to take the KitchenAid out. It weighs a ton. But
Yeah.
you have to start the beaters on low. Otherwise, it sprays all over the place if you're using a hand mixer. This is the microwave. This is the whipped cream maker from Pampered Chef. It is 3 times faster than beaters, and by the time it would take me to get out my KitchenAid mixer, I have whipped cream already made in this thing. So let me go to my fridge, get my whipped cream. I'll be right back. Whipping cream. Okay, my son went to the store to pick this up today. It's heavy cream. They didn't have any whipping cream in our little store. So let me switch the camera angle again so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this fine line here. It's about at the halfway mark. That's the fill line. You need plenty of room for the air to circulate and for the cream to whip. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and pour it to about that line. And now I'm ready to go. All right, so here's what this thing looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that well. So you get two of these little things. All right, so now I'm going to take it. Who's going to time me? Okay, ready, set, go. It takes about 30 to 45 seconds. It's got that non-stick grip pad on the bottom, so it's not sliding all over the place. Can you see it? Isn't this amazing? Okay.
Way.
That's pretty cool.
Ta-da.
Wasn't even 20 seconds.
Not even 20 seconds. Ta-da! And no chemicals like in the Cool Whip and in the stuff in the jar. And you can flavor this any way you want. You can use a little powdered sugar or put a little lemon zest in here if it's going on something fruity. Or you can put a little Kahlua in here or peppermint schnapps. Yeah, now we're talking, right? Yeah, absolutely. So I whip it first. I put whatever the sweetener is. Mix it a couple more times and then you're ready to go. Now this non-stick base also becomes the lid. So you can take the top off, lick it off and stick it in the dishwasher and then put the lid on. I don't know, we rarely use the lid because we usually finish up what we use. So that's it. Now you can keep whipping and make butter.
Yeah.
And you can make an herbed butter in here. You can also put 4 or 5 or 6 eggs in here with milk or water or whatever and zhuzh them up for really frothy scrambled eggs for quiche or for breakfast or what have you. So it makes a great gift. It's really cool. Okay. All right. So for you guys who are on here tonight, I will do a drawing, okay? So you're going to get your name in a drawing for a couple of different things. First of all, you'll get 1 ticket for going on to Danielle's event on Facebook and talking up a product that you loved. Oh my gosh, you know, if you weren't able to make it on tonight, you got to check out the whatever. You get 1 just for being on here tonight, so you'll get a ticket for that. And also, if you post a favorite product that you already own from Pampered Chef, and you post that on Danielle's site, you'll get a point for that, a ticket for that. And if you place an order before 11 o'clock tonight, you'll get another ticket. So up to 4 tickets, you've already got 1 just for being on here. Okay. So before I sign off, are there any questions?
Goodness bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Sorry about that. Excuse me again. Don't forget about the special. It's been posted on Danielle's site that you can have any one of these items free with an order over $75. And like I said, as soon as you place your order online, it's going to be processed immediately. If you do that tonight, you'll have it in a week. If you do it in a few days, you'll have it in a week after or so after that. If you're thinking about having a party of your own, you can earn free and discounted products of your choice. You can do a catalog show just to pass around the catalog at work or over Thanksgiving with your family if they need anything. Just $200 in sales, it's a party. Or you could do a live show. One date left in December. It's the 12th. It's a Tuesday. We can do an express show where I make a recipe ahead. Your friends can just drop in for 5 minutes to see what's new and scoot, or they can stay and linger and eat and visit with their friends. But I do a very short 15-minute demo. And in the month of December, if you were to host a party, I don't know if you guys can see this, but you're allowed to pick any one item or set out of the entire catalog at 60% off. So if you want that Rock Crock set, you could say, I'll take that as my 60% off item. Or you could pick up set. Okay. All right, I will stop the recording.